Could a single large-scale development in Asia trigger the kind of liquidity demand that finally changes the global perspective of XRP if the US fails? Not sure if that says fails or falls. The answer is yes. I think adoption for XRP is going to start in Japan, and I think it's going to be a liquidity buffer as we see dollars and other currencies rush back to be converted to yen. There's going to be a big bottleneck there for their ability to convert those, and a DEX would go a long way in that situation. And they could use XRP as kind of a holding or a buffer in that transition so that market didn't actually collapse there in Japan. So SBI, to what you pointed out, many of the banks there in Japan have been very fond of Ripple and R3 and XRP. Yoshitaka Kitao is the principal of SBI, and he's advocated for both of those for a long time. And I think that Japan could absolutely be the catalyst that we need to see full-scale adoption across the rest of the world if they were to be the first mover in adopting XRP. We are going to have a global liquidity crisis and a global liquidity call. And I do believe that is going to become from, Japan having to raise interest rates. Oil is starting to creep up there in Japan again, even though they're going to release the reserves on Monday, supposedly. But again, it might be too little too late. We could see things unfold here aggressively in the next 24 to 48 hours and maybe over the weekend if they don't get oil out sooner. So, the reserve sounds great, but the market's not believing it currently.